My kid wants a wavy cosplay tail. Found one on the internet for like 1500 kroner. That's too expensive. Why don't you make your own? And it was like, Daddy's gonna make a cosplay tail. I got two materials. It's felt. I think that it's kind of a rigid material. It can hold up its own weight and you can't rip it. For the fastening, you're gonna have like a belt. Just gonna glue a few of these together to get a sort of a rigid function out of it. Perhaps I'm gonna use some foam to make it so it gets more taily. Yep. That's going to be our shape, kind of a short tail. I'm going to fold this and glue it together. And I'm going to cut a similar piece for the other side. Not making the other one full length. So I got these two ends and I'm going to fold them out and have like a belt area here using some hot glue. Hot glue is very practical and easy and it's not like toxic in any way. We're supposed to have our belt going this way like that. There we go. There we got the bulk of the tail, sort of like that. I think I'm going to do the fastening part first. I'm going to glue three of these felt cloths. There we go. Oh, yeah. Whoops. Oh, shit. Ah, I sort of burned myself. Oh, damn. Oh, it's hot glue. Whew. It's already getting stiffer. And if you don't have felt, you could use like any rigid material. I wouldn't use bed linen because they're kind of wobbly. They don't hold up their own weight and they rip very easily. But if you don't have felt, you can have some thicker cloth. Last year. Oh, we're on cosplay swans today. Okay, we've got 3 layers here and it's kind of stiff. I'm going to put some slits here so you can put your belt in it and it will like be comfortable to wear. There we go. We got a good start here. I wonder what step is next. I think we're done with the felt and now I'm going to make the body of the tail to make it more thick because we want it with a swavy, swivering style. And by the way, I don't know what type of foam this is. I just found it in the throw out here. Thought it will work nice. So you can see here, I got this one, sort of the right size. I'll just make another one, exactly the same. And now the tail is like super stiff. I'm gonna cut it a few times so it can bend and glue them together. So I'm thinking these are shorter and shorter and shorter, so the tail will go like some wobbly wob in the cool way. Oh no, it's not sticking. It seems like this styrofoam is melting when it gets too hot. That's not good. Wow, that's unfortunate. I think I'm gonna have some kontaktlim. You smear on and so I just squeeze it together so it gets contact. That's why we call it in kontaktlim in Swedish. I don't know what you call it in English right now. And you see you got glue on all sides. About 10-15 minutes. You can just squeeze it together and it instantly gets stuck. The problem in this case is that the hot glue goes much quicker. But it seems like both the hot glue and the kontaktlim is working actually. This makes it a bit hard to decide. Should I continue with the hot glue or should I go with the kontaktlim? That will like take all day. So I think I'm gonna have a go with the hot glue and hopefully it will work out somehow. We don't need that one anymore. I'm trying to glue on the cloth this time, so perhaps the foam doesn't melt in the same manner. And anyhow, when I'm done with this foundation, we're gonna put like a tube of pelt over it, so it will keep together anyhow. Yeah, this seems to be working out. I'm putting the glue directly on the cloth here, so it doesn't heat too much of the foam. It seems to be working out quite well. I've made the foam a bit larger, and that's quite good because when you glue it sort of can go either way, and this is so easy to cut so I can just cut the excess material off. We got our tail here, but it's not waggly and swaggering. That's an easy solution to this. I'm just gonna cut some winkel cuts here. I start quite modestly. You got your swag over there. The last one I do with a bigger angle because I want that one to move the most. So it gets a natural feel to it. Yeah, that's kind of good. You want the end of the tail moving more than the base of the tail. I think I'm good there. I would say this is like the foundation. So I'm going to trim the edges and taper it so it becomes thinner in the end and, well, sort of thicker in the beginning. Go into the chapel and gonna get married. It's got a good bend to it, but a bit more wavy because when you put more stuff on it, it will be more stiff. So I think I'm gonna do some more cuts here. Mind you, I've never done this before, so I'm just winging it right now. I have a good feeling about this. It seems to go all right. To give it a more natural wave, because now it's like, oh, some kind of happy dog. If you want it more moving by itself, I think we need some weights. You have to just try out. Put a heavy one here, just tape it on temporarily, see what that does. Yeah, it bends, you know, when it's heavier, it goes like all the way and slowly goes back. Because if I take this one off, you'll see the difference. It doesn't go all the way and it goes like a happy puppy. If I put this one back on, I think you see quite the difference. This weight is perfect. I think I'm just gonna glue it on like that. Yeah, that's got a nice wave to it. Se,
Det är asbra.
tog ungefär 20 minuter att göra. Jag ska bara fixa så bältet här. Sen får du fixa tyget utanpå. Okay, we're really happy with the bendy part. Now we're working with the base here, and I made it very wide because it's supposed to hold up the weight. If you make this one too thin, it's gonna dimp down. We're gonna make some belt loops, and you can wear it to your ordinary clothes if you want to. Well, this one is kind of wide. Let's go with that one. As I said, I've never done this before, so I'm just sort of winging it. If you're doing this, you can experiment and come up with your own way to do this. You might find a better way to do it. There you go, let's see if it works. Not too shabby for a first try. I'm really happy with this, and I think the importance is to have a proper cloth. I've used felt here, and to have a weight in the end, because that makes it move more natural. There you go, Daddy makes a cosplay tail for the first time, mind you.